Says a bystander told BBC News that he noticed a guy bear crawling up on the roof of the building beside us that was armed with a rifle prior to the shooting. He added that they were pointing at the suspect and shouting out his location to police, who did not know what was going on. So let's go ahead and listen to this video and see what it says.
Someone who was here, you weren't inside the event,
Nope.
but you were just outside. Tell us what you saw.
So we had a party here all day. You can see behind us the Brinkles Farm and Greenhouse here. We had a party, and we all decided, hey, you know, when we hear Trump up there, we're going to walk up through the field, stand by the trees up there under the shade, and watch and listen to the rally. Right? We couldn't see him, but we could hear him. So we walked up, and probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here. I have no idea, you know. But we noticed a guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, you know, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle. We could clearly see him with a rifle, absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, huh, what? You know, like they didn't know what was going on. You know, we're like, hey, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. You know, he's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage?
Right.
I'm standing there pointing at
Exactly.
him for, 2 or 3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots ring out.
So you're certain that the shots came from that guy on the roof?
100%. 100%.
And he was up there for a couple of minutes.
He was up there.
You saw him up there for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. At least 3 to 4 minutes.
And you were telling the police and the Secret Service?
We were telling the police. We were pointing at them for the Secret Service, who were looking at us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree.
Could they see
binoculars?
Could they see him?
Probably not, because the roof, the way the slope went, he was behind where they could see. But why is there not Secret Service on all of these roofs here?
Right.
I mean, this is not a big place.
Did you see, I mean, obviously everyone, when the shooting started, everyone was very panicked. Did you see what happened to him at all?
Oh yeah, they blew his head off.
Okay, sorry.
Secret Service blew his head off.
Okay, just be careful, because we don't quite know who's watching, but you're pretty sure they shot the guy?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Yep.
You saw that happen?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And did you see them go up to him afterwards, or?
They crawled up on the roof. They had their guns pointed at him, make sure he was dead. He was dead, and that was it. It was over.
It's incredibly shocking.
The guy was on the roof right there. You can see the white roof right there.
Did you get a look at him? Could you?
No, other than he was in muted colors, tan type clothing. We saw the rifle flinging around as he was trying to crawl. I mean, we saw the rifle, 100%.
So this is interesting because this man has only been has only been interviewed by this right here. But from what he's saying here is like, there's a clear indication that the Secret Service knew this man was there. There's several people on location pointing to this man saying he has a gun. And another thing that I want you to pay attention to is the idea that he never says that they climbed the ladder and approached the guy, which is now the narrative. The narrative is now that local police or somebody from Secret Service had climbed the ladder and started to approach the guy, the shooter. The shooter turns his rifle and starts to point it at them. They go down the ladder. The guy refocuses his rifle at Trump and then takes 5 shots or whatever it is, however many, until the Secret Service returned fire. He never says that. He doesn't say, oh, they blew his head off. He doesn't say he does say that. He doesn't say that somebody, the police tried to climb this ladder and then they approached him. So I don't know if I quite believe that narrative. I don't know if I quite believe the fact that what they are saying, which is that they approached this guy, which is only coming out a day after now. Seems like it should have been pretty clear to the public that the police approached this guy. They turned their rifle on him. He took 5 quick shots, and then got taken out by the snipers on the roof by Trump. Seems like that should be a pretty straightforward narrative. But it took a whole day for that information to come out. And this guy, an eyewitness right by the roof, who was the one pointing him out, doesn't say a single thing about police climbing the ladder and approaching this man prior to the shots going. Doesn't say that at all. So keep that in mind as we start to break down this narrative.
Do you know about guns? Do you know what kind of weapon it was?
Oh, I absolutely know about guns, for sure. I mean, it was a rifle of some sort. I wouldn't know, I wasn't close enough to read the label on it,
Sure. But
it was a rifle of some sort. Yeah, absolutely.
So how do you process what you've just seen?
I don't know what to say, man. All I'll tell you is, if I walked up close to there with anything that Secret Service considered a problem, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you right now. But I don't know why a guy who we're standing there pointing out to police and Secret Service is crawling up the roof.
Right.
Yeah,
100%.
Right there by that tree. We were outside the security perimeter.
And that is the number one part that he's pointing out is why didn't they take care of this sooner? Number two, why didn't they have people already perched up there in that location? Because it had a immediate straight line of fire towards Trump. And number three, if I had tried this, any other person, it was very, very, very evident and clear that you would not have been able to approach this building the way that this kid did, completely without a care in the world from the Secret Service. Again, if you go to any of these rallies, you will see that the security is crazy. Crazy. There's absolutely no way you're getting that close with a rifle. 150 yards? In a perfectly placed line of sight of President Trump? No way. No way.
But my question is, there's only a few buildings around here. Why is Secret Service not at every building here?
Well, there's a whole bunch of questions, I think, that are going to come.
There's a whole bunch of questions.
Yeah.
Yes, she was right in front of me. She kept going back and forth right in front of me. Yes.
Tell us about her.
I mean, nice horse, nice lady running with a flag. Seemed very, patriotic.
But what's the significance of her?
No, he asked me if I saw a horse.
Okay. All right, well, listen, I'm sorry you had to witness that. That was a terrible thing. And you just stay safe with your family and
Gotcha.
Yourself. Thanks for your time.
Man.
Wow. So one of the best eyewitness accounts is this man standing there saying he saw all of this happen.